Hush, Gizmo. All right, hello. So I don't expect anyone to be here in this live, but I currently haven't figured out how to make videos from my webcam on my computer and then upload it to YouTube. On my phone, I can just create a video and I can shoot it from my phone right then and there, and everything works out, and I just upload it straight to YouTube. But for some reason, when I click create on the YouTube app, or not app, but the YouTube website on my desktop, on my laptop, it only allows me to go live or upload a video. It doesn't allow me to create a video on the spot. So whatever, we're gonna do it this way and it'll be posted after this. Gizmo, be quiet. That's my dog. He's huffing because the neighbors across the next building over, they just moved out. So I think they're doing some renovations. Look like they're putting in air conditioning units and stuff into all of the rooms, and drives my dog crazy because he knows there's someone out there, but he can't see them and he wants to go over there and play, and he's not allowed. So what are we doing today? No makeup, so that's nice, but I got my lashes redone. I've been throwing up so much that there's no sense wearing makeup. I'll put on makeup. I throw up all day. I'm constantly wiping my mouth from throwing up. And if you know, I have that red ring around here, and then the rest of my face is makeup. Not cute. So what are we talking about today? I wanted to talk about what have I been eating now that I am at the end of my first trimester. And although I am still getting sick, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. It's not all day, every day. It used to be I would have to eat and then immediately lie down, and then I would probably still throw up. And if I tried to eat and stay sitting up or tried to do anything, I would start throwing up just endlessly. And they would just kind of trigger me, and then I'd be throwing up the rest of the day and the rest of the night. And it was horrible. So currently I am 13 weeks and 3 days, because I made 13 weeks this past Friday. It's end of first trimester, getting in the second trimester. And I'm just praying that all the sickness and all these kind of not so fun symptoms are going to go away with the second trimester. Everyone says the second trimester is supposed to be the easy one. You get an energy boost. You don't have all the bad symptoms. So I'm really hoping we actually get to do that. Let me know what y'all have had happen to you, because I've heard so many varying stories. I've heard from people who said they were sick for 6 months, and then in the baby book I'm reading, it says that you could be better in the second trimester, but then you might also get sick again for the last months 8 and 9. So that's great. But I'll take whatever break I can get. So today, what do I eat? When I was getting very sick throughout the first trimester, I couldn't eat much. I basically just ate potatoes. I would eat baked potato, French fry, just whatever. And mashed potatoes. I had a lot of mashed potatoes just because they were so easy to go down. But the problem with when I was eating my first trimester was I knew that it was all going to come back up. I knew I wasn't going to keep it down. So now that I've had, last week I had 2 good days in a row where I didn't throw up, and so I felt amazing. But then my body reminded me who's in charge, because I had the 2 days following that were super bad for me. I was very sick. And so now currently I'm on day 3 of a good streak. So I'm feeling good. Today I got brave onto Taco Bell and I had nacho fries, which I know is not ideal, but I mean, I was driving Uber Eats all day this morning, and I was delivering people's Taco Bell. So I was just smelling their nacho fries, and I just needed it. So I ended up going to get that. But normally what I eat when I'm at home, I still eat lots of potatoes. Like today, before I started driving Uber Eats, I ate a baked potato. And all I do is I throw it in my air fryer. I put it on bake at 360, 370 for maybe 20 minutes, depending on the size of the potato. And then I'll cut it open and I'll slice it up. I keep the skin on so I can get the potassium and iron, all the other nutrients that are in the skin. And I'll dress it with, maybe a little bit of butter. If I have sour cream, I use that. I don't currently have sour cream. I need to go to the store. So I did butter, a little bit of cheese, and then a ton of barbecue sauce, which is, sugar is not great, but I love barbecue on anything. You can't stop me. So I eat baked potatoes. I'll eat mashed potatoes still. To be honest with you, I cheat and I just use those little instant packs, like the Idaho and potatoes or whatever. The ones that are $1.30 at the store. It takes 5 minutes on the stove. You just boil some water, you stir in the dehydrated potatoes, and voila, mashed potatoes. And they have them in the loaded potato flavor and the garlic flavor. So they already have all the fixings in them. So you don't have to add anything to it. What else do I eat? My husband makes me home fries. So he takes potato, chops them into long skinny wedges, and then he will salt, pepper, garlic powder, and just feed me that. That's what he likes to feed me when I'm having a pretty rough day and I can't keep anything down. So this is something hot. It's not greasy because we use the air fryer on it. So we just spritz them with a little bit of olive oil when it comes out, and then that just so the salt and pepper will stick to it, basically. We do the same thing with zucchinis, actually. He did a zucchini fry, same way, just made long slices of zucchini like this. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, olive oil, done. And it's super healthy, super good. Oh my gosh. Not crispy zucchini fries. I'm not putting breading on them, but they're cooked and I like them. And they have a little bit of char to them too, if you put them in long enough. Otherwise, let's see, what do I eat? Oh, I eat a lot of wheat bread and almond butter. Just because that's easy, easy on the stomach. It's an easy thing that I could eat first thing in the morning when I get up. I can just toast some wheat bread, put a little bit of almond butter on it. Sometimes I like to put a slice of cheese on it. Actually, currently we have King's Hawaiian rolls that someone brought over last Sunday when we had his cousin over for lunch. Brought King's Hawaiian roll. So I've been doing the King's Hawaiian roll with almond butter and a little bit of cheese, and oh my God, so good. But I understand that King's Hawaiian rolls are not the healthiest bread in the world. So, I mean, I'm going to eat it till the package is gone, but I'm not going to buy more for that. Let's see, tuna and crackers. Oh my God, I love the little box. I ran out. Sam's Club is out of them right now, or I'll show you. But those little box sets where it's like the lunch on the go tuna crackers, you can get them at Sam's Club. You can get, I want to say it's like a 10-pack for, basically it works out to be like $1, $20, $30 per box when you buy them from Sam's Club. So it's definitely not bad. It maybe like 5 crackers, and then it'll have a little can of tuna. It has all the stuff already pre-mixed in it. So you just open the can and spread it on your cracker. Voila, done, eat. That's super good too. And when I'm super sick, and actually when I'm still eating currently on days and I'm not feeling good, this is called chazuke. So if you're not familiar, this is a Japanese, chazuke means, I want to say it means like tea rice or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. But basically, it's just a super mild. You can use old rice. Like say you had rice night or the night before, and you got a little bit left over in your fridge. You can use the dried out rice, because what you do is you put the rice, or you boil water, then you take a little bit of rice in the bottom. Well, don't do like a whole bowl full of rice. Take like a soup bowl, put a thin layer of rice in the bottom, and then you're going to pour that boiling hot water over the top. Just add I guess it depends on you how strong you want your flavor to be. Add 1 inch or 2 of water over the top of the rice. And then these are seasoning packets, and you dump it in, and it adds like salt, nori, sesame. Nori's the seaweed, sesame, tea flavoring, and it's very mild, but it's very good. Like, if you're not feeling good, it's just hot, and at least it has a little bit of rice in there, so you're getting something of substance, not just drinking tea. Do these have caffeine? I don't even know, actually. Should I be eating these? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, a little bit of caffeine is not the end of the world, according to my doctor. Anyways, ask your own doctor. Don't take me on that. Let's see. Yes, the ingredients are ochazuke, salt, sugar, ground green tea, powdered kelp, rice cracker, dried undaria, I don't know what that is, and then MSG. So yeah, it's super simple. Like, it takes 5 minutes to boil the water, dump it on top of a little bit of old rice straight out of the fridge, and obviously the water is going to heat up the rice. And then this just gives you your flavoring. It's just very mild, very easy to eat. These are cheap. Like, you get a pack of these, has, how many are here? Has 8 in a pack, and it costs maybe $2.50, $3 for this whole pack. So I have like 4 or 5 of these packs in my cabinet that I keep at the ready. It's also great for if you have any kids already and they're not feeling good, they're sick. It's really good. It's really easy for kids to keep down, just to get them to eat something, right? I personally feel like it's easier to keep down than even chicken noodle soup and stuff. Otherwise, I have a fortune cookie for my dog. He loves when I feed him these fortune cookies. I wish there was people in here to talk to, but oh well, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't warn you ahead of time. Otherwise, so far my pregnancy is going pretty well. Like I said, I'm just super excited that I'm not getting as sick as I used to. That's just been a lifesaver. Because I have started back in school. My school semester started last week, so I was really scared that I wasn't going to do good, because obviously if I'm sick all the time and I'm not feeling up to studying, or even when I do study, I'm maybe not retaining the most information because you're nauseous and you're trying not to throw up while you're reading your book. So I've been grateful that I've had enough good day that like today, when I'm having a good day, I'll sit down, I'll film a video, I'll sit down, I do as much homework as I can and try to work ahead, because I don't know how tomorrow's going to be. For all I know, tomorrow I'll be stuck in bed all day long and it's not going to be good. Gizmo, you want fortune cookie? Yeah, you love these. Crunch, crunch. You might hear him crunching on the camera. He loves these things so much. And oh my God, they have firecracker chicken back at Panda Express. I love firecracker chicken. I went and got it yesterday. I saw it when I was driving Uber Eats the other night, and I saw that they had it on the window. They have firecracker chicken is back. They used to bring it out every year for Chinese New Year, but then last year they did not bring it. They had some sort of, I don't remember what, I had a seasonal dish for Chinese New Year, but it wasn't the firecracker chicken. I was so disappointed. I was so sad. But they brought it back this year. It's not quite the same. Like, the chicken is bigger chunks. It used to be kind of real thin chicken and real thin sliced vegetables. So this one's a little chunkier. It's kind of like the Shanghai beef cut style, if that makes sense. But I mean, the sauce is still good, and I like it to taste very like fire grilled. You can taste how it's been like seared or cooked. So I'm probably gonna be going to Panda more than I would like to admit. But I just get the super greens. Don't get rice. Don't get noodles. It's healthy-ish. Fine. It's not me. It's a baby. So anyways, I guess that's my update. I have a doctor's appointment next Monday, so I will probably update after that. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. At this doctor's appointment, I'm supposed to tell the doctor if I want to do the genetic testings and screenings, and I don't know if I want to or not. I'm not sure. So I feel like if any of you have, I mean, obviously, if you're watching this and you've had kids, you would have made this decision also. So, I mean, I'd love to hear what decision did you make? Did you decide to do it? Did you decide not to? Do you have any reasoning why you were for or against it? I understand that each personal case is different, you know what I mean? So obviously what's good for you is not necessarily best for me, but I am interested. I want to hear because I'm still toying with the idea in my head. I guess I just feel like it'd be one thing if I could test before I got pregnant, right? But seeing as how I'm already pregnant, and I would have to decide, like, do I even want to know if there's going to be certain genetic issues? As long as the baby's still going to be born alive and I can still take care of it, I mean, by you telling me ahead of time, doing a screening that I have a propensity for my baby to have a certain disease or malfunction or something along those lines, it would just stress me out, I think, before the baby's born. And I think it's worth the testing if I was willing to abort the pregnancy at this point based on the testing results. But I don't think I'm willing to do that in this case. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I understand people's viewpoints, like some things that are, they find out that the kid's going to have severe deformities, severe issues that impact the quality of life. I understand why people make the decisions that they make. It's just, I don't know if I want to even have to make that decision. I feel like what's done is done. I'm pregnant. If there's an issue, there's already an issue. And there's nothing, me knowing that doesn't mean I'm able to do anything about that. At least that's as far as I know. I'm obviously going to talk to the doctor about it again Monday, which she asked me for my final decision. Because I guess what we're supposed to do with this upcoming appointment is she called it the quad screening. And I was reading about it in the baby books. I mean, I understand what it is. I don't understand it well enough to sit here and tell you about it. But I read about it in the book. And I just don't know if it's, I don't know. I think I need, I read a lot about it, but I don't always trust all the sources I see online. I think I'd feel better once I go into the doctor and ask her a few more specific questions, because I didn't have any specific questions at my last appointment because I wasn't expecting that. So I didn't have any questions prepared. So I'm going to have to write down some of my questions, ask her, but I'm very torn. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Because I'm a control freak. So I would stress out and I can't handle things that are not in my control. I mean, I understand I have to, it's life. I get that. But I don't want to put myself in a situation to upset myself that much and stress myself out and possibly cause other problems for the baby because I'm so stressed out. I feel like it's better for me to just avoid that and, let it be what it's going to be. It is what it is. What's done is done. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully it's fine. There's no history in my family. There's no history in his family. And there's always a risk of genetic issues popping up from the fertilization and from the process that the embryo is undergoing. Obviously there's a lot of steps where mistakes can happen that can cause issues down the line, but we don't have any family predisposition towards any genetic anomalies, so not super concerned about it. Kind of leaning towards not testing, because like I said, I don't see the benefit of testing, like, unless you can tell me that maybe if there's something they could test for that they find out now while it's still in the uterus, like that they could do some treatments on to help it get better. If that's the case, then yes, test, because I want to know that way if there's something wrong and if I'm able to do something about it now, I want to do something about it now. Obviously, I want what's best. But if it's something where they're like, you're just going to find out, they said screening, so it's not even a for sure test, like yes, they have it, yes, they don't have it. It's a screening, like, are you predisposed to this, or are you at a risk of this, or what is your risk of this? So I feel like me knowing that I have a higher risk of something is not beneficial. Like I can't do anything about that. Like I can't change it. Knowing that information is just going to add stress to my life and stress me out. And then by me being stressed out, that could cause other harm to the baby. You know what I mean? Like it affects the epigenome when you're stressed out during your pregnancy, and that's not something we want to do. So I think I just talked myself out of it, guys. I think I just talked myself out of getting the testing. But I'll let y'all know what I decide to do. It's like I said, I'm not making any definite decision right now. Obviously, I know what I think I want, but I'm going to go in and do a last round of questioning with the doctor and make sure that's what I want before I go making any final decisions. And my hypnobirthing book came in. I don't have it with me. It's in the room. I don't want to get up, but the book about hypnobirthing came in. I will read it. I will let y'all know what I think about it. It doesn't seem to be very long. I mean, it's thick, but the words are the font's pretty big. There's a lot of space. So I feel like I'll get through it here in the next give me 2 weeks to get through it, only because I have a ton of homework to do, also that a ton of reading to do for school. So I will get to it when I get to it. I'll let you know how that is, and I'll let you know about my next doctor's appointment. Bye.